Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're back to talk about some more of the normalization of racism in our society. I might want to fix that because racism has always been a thing in our society. It's just now we have a president and a party that has fought very hard to make it normal. So let's go over some of the things that we're going to go over today. First one is the GOP senators oppose Trump watchdog. So this nominee, Paul Ingrassia, was caught in a text leak again. Yes, we have another text message leak. I don't know why these guys are typing these things in chats. If you're going to be racist, come on, be smart about it. And until, I guess, this new society that wants racism out in the open comes about, and then we can have a whole nother story. These guys will be very happy when that happens. So we got that guy that is now, actually, I don't know. They say he might not get elected. The way things are going right now, I'm not seeing many people that care. These guys are going to get away with a lot of things. All right, so the next one that I wanted to talk about, this is not normal, and this is on the Morning Joe MSNBC show. This lady right here beautifully spoke from a black person's perspective on what is going on. So you guys make sure to stay tuned for that, and hope you enjoy this video. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start at the beginning though.
Senator John Thune weighed in yesterday on President Trump's pick for the office of special counsel, Paul Ingrassia, saying his confirmation, quote, is not going to pass. Ingrassia, a far-right former podcaster, was nominated in May and is set to appear before the Senate Homeland Security Committee on Thursday. But he faces stiff opposition from several GOP senators after Politico reported on racist text messages allegedly sent by Ingrassia to a group chat. Politico cited...
What is it with these group chats, man? Like, I know these things existed. Don't get me wrong. I've had plenty of friends that have admitted that some of their friends are racist, speak racist things to them. Family members speak racist things to them. I stopped this real fast because the only way to fight these things are to call out your family. A lot of racism is learned, and it's usually learned from the closest people to you. I've had to deal with it as well because there are black racists as well, and I've had to call those people out. There's no room for this stuff, and it's stupid. If you in your head think that someone's skin color really makes a difference, you are so primal that you to me, you actually have a mental disorder and you need help. Yeah, that's all I could say about that. But what is up with these guys in these group chats and getting leaked? And who's leaking them? There must be some people infiltrating what's going on, and you're pretending to be racist to get in there, I guess. Anyways, let's go.
A text chat it reviewed in reporting that Ingrassia once said he has a, quote, Nazi streak, and that Martin Luther King Jr. Day should be, quote, tossed into the seventh circle of hell. Politico also reported Ingrassia was accused of sexual harassment this year by a colleague, citing 3 unnamed administration officials. His lawyer denied the harassment claims and said the texts were satirical humor and...
Stop listening to them saying that. Satirical humor. That's not what these kind of texts are. When you are joking about things like that, you kind of mean it. It is a joke to you. Don't get me wrong. It's a joke, but you actually, there's a little bit of you that means what you're saying when you have like racist jokes and even self-racist jokes. Like there's a little bit of you that believes it. That's why it's a joke, because there's a reality to it. You wouldn't tell a joke that's not tied to reality. So when people are telling jokes, you do kind of have to listen very hard, because if you tell a racist joke and the punchline is still just racism, that's not a joke.
possibly AI generated. When asked whether the White House
Everything's AI.
should pull the nomination, Thune told reporters, "I think so." Ingrassia's rejection would mark a rare Republican rebuke of a Trump nominee in the Senate, where the GOP holds a majority, and where the GOP holds a majority, Frank, for and has the power to do things like this.
This guy's shaking his head. He's like, I'm feeling like he's going to say what I'm thinking. I don't think the GOP is capable of holding anyone accountable. The only person that will allow them to hold someone accountable is our man, President Donald Trump. And I don't remember the last time I seen him speak of any Republican badly. This is the thing that they have on Democrats, is that these people stick together. I don't know the last time I've seen something like this that's not racism. Racism will make people stick together. It's insane. Or I guess prejudice. Let me say it that way. Prejudice will make people stick together.
Okay. I mean, so they're nominating a guy who has a self-proclaimed Nazi streak to the office of special prosecutor, where he's supposed to be in charge somehow of protecting the ethics of the United States. You don't need a deep fake version of the video that we're seeing of the demolition of the White House. I mean, it's amazing that a guy like this is able to find a place ensconced in the inner circle of this administration. And I mean, surely this is the dark underbelly of MAGA that all the responsible people within who've clung to the Republican establishment, to MAGA, knows is there. And
yes, they know it's there. And this is where, if my last video, please go watch it, because I had a serious conversation there. When do we draw the line with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones? When are you going to draw the line? How many times can they say and condone these type of things? It's almost like a religious thing. And I don't make this religious, but when you believe a religion so badly, you will condone the bad things in it. And that's as far as I'll go on that one, because you know what I'm talking about.
And they will only blanch when they see these quotes, and it's not even clear that this is enough to derail the guy yet.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we heard it from Senate Majority Leader Thune, but it is, as Mika noted, so rare that Republicans stand up to Trump. I don't think we should take it as a guarantee that this does get pulled. We'll have to see. Mara, of course, it comes on the heels of other text messages that were revealed from those young Republicans, those threads. Politico doing good work on that.
And before this young lady gets started, young woman, sorry, really, really listen to what she's saying. It ties into my last video as well. Listen up.
That as well. There's praise of Hitler in there, as well as other just extraordinarily offensive and racist comments. And we should note that those were defended by the Vice President of the United States, who J.D. Vance taking to Twitter and saying, oh, these people were young and we shouldn't cancel everyone for foolish indiscretions. Mind you, a lot of those people were in their 20s and 30s, some of them office holders. Paul Ingrassia here, also 30 years old.
Yeah, these were not college group chats, just to be clear. And there are some local Republican leaders, state Republican leaders who have condemned this, but that's a good look at the future of Republican leadership. Right. And now we have someone, Ingrassia, who could be in a key role in the White House. I think it's a good sign that Republicans are at least signaling through Thune a willingness to hold the line on this. It's a rare bright spot.
I don't trust
but
it.
I think, speaking as a Black American,
here we go.
There's no surprise here. I mean, we see these views expressed from the White House, from officials.
I want you to look at his face. And did you see how he kind of looked to the corner angle here? This makes these people so uncomfortable. And if you go to my last video, I spoke about this. Black people have been dealing with what everybody is starting to deal with for a long time. Before me. I heard stories about my father. I heard stories about my grandmother. Black people have been dealing with this kind of oppression for forever. That's why we kind of look around and laugh. Go ahead and talk to your black friend and see what they say about this. I'm very curious. Go to the comment section. If you're black, if you agree with this, do a thumbs up. And if you're not, and you have a black friend or black family member, go and ask them about this. You will start to hear this exact same comment
consistently about non-white Americans, but maybe through more polite language. So this is just open bigotry, which in some ways is actually easier to go up against and to refute than just hatred overall and xenophobia and racism. So there's no surprise here, but we have to hold the line somewhere. And I think
where's your line? Where's your line?
Republicans is, where is the line? Is it Martin Luther King Jr. is,
No.
I think he was likened in this group chat to George Floyd, which I don't even want to go there. I mean, just the disgusting, twisted nature of these text messages. It also just raises the question, you know, what does motivate these people? I mean, what kind of sick minds and sick individuals are going to be in this White House? I mean, racism is a sickness.
And this is why I ask you guys, when are you going to draw the line? How many people can you stand to be around when they condone these things? Because I'm getting sick of it. I'm having trouble talking to people that I know voted for this. And I said this before, voting for it is okay. But by now, we should be recognizing that this was a bad vote. Very bad vote. When I don't know, when are we going to throw these people to the side?
And these are public servants. I mean, it's horrendous. It's not surprising.
Not surprising.
And it's chilling. It's chilling.
You know what is a
Look at how upset she is, guys. I really want to focus on this, man. Look at her eyes. This is sadness, and I know the sadness because I feel it. I really feel this sadness because I'm so sick and tired of being hated for no reason. I'm so sick and tired of walking out and someone looking at me and just coming to a conclusion. That is the look of somebody that is so sick and tired. So sick and tired.
surprising to Vanderhei is, though, it seems like the vice president of the United States, Jim, he's out there. He's the defender in chief of like the most shocking, outrageous things. And remember, I mean, this is the same guy. You just can't remind people of this enough, because this is the same guy who wrote a book, Hillbilly Elegy, came on all of our shows, was the darling of the East Coast, like cosmopolitan elite set, which remains one of my favorite. I don't know if Steve Bannon coined that term or not, but somebody should trademark cosmopolitan elite. I like that a lot. I think of a guy like in the 1950s in a hat smoking a cigar.
Let me forward a little bit. 1 second. I think we're going to 6:30, and I'll cut all this out, so don't worry. 6. Let's see.
Especially online.
And again, this isn't who we are.
He's the guy out there defending the indefensible every day. Maybe it's because he wants to be the next not Republican nominee, but it seems like he's the guy out there defending the indefensible every day.
I mean,
especially
defending
online.
it too. Everybody's defending
again,
it.
This isn't who we are. Like, I don't think we live in a racist nation. I don't think most members of MAGA or people who voted for Donald Trump are racist. I think a lot of these racist people and
I wanted to stop right there because I wanted everyone to see how these two men just ignored this woman. Let me scroll back here. I want you to see her face again. We'll sit over there because she's angry. the two men right there just listen to what she had to say. I think they did. Like, check me if I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't. Maybe this is a different one. Hold on. Let me make sure.
Again, this isn't who we are. Like,
okay. So these two men here just completely ignored what that last woman had to say. Or they didn't hear her say it, I don't believe. But this is what they think. They think we don't live in a society that is plagued by this disgusting sickness called racism. We do. Do we think that these people just came out of nowhere? No, they've been here. Like, what is this man talking about? They've been here. They're just allowed to speak now. And usually I wouldn't have a problem with that. I would be one of the main ones that says, oh, I want to know if you're racist. But the reason I thought that was because I thought people around me would come to my defense. As to where I see it's not a big deal to people. And only a big deal to people when it starts to affect you. These two gentlemen obviously don't think it affects them yet because they're still saying the same things that would have been said 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, before Trump. They're still saying the same thing. We're not a racist country. Yet all of these racist people have been in hiding. And that's where I want to stop the video because I want to leave you guys with that. Go in the comment section below. If you disagree with me, I will argue the hell out of you with this one. But I am sick of people pretending that this isn't what's going on. I want you to remember this face. Where's she at? Remember that. That's how it feels. Except we have to go out and smile. Peace.